In a quaint diner nestled along Route 66, the atmosphere was filled with the aroma of fresh coffee and sizzling bacon. It was a favorite stop for travelers, where stories were shared and memories created. One sunny afternoon, a group of bikers, known for their loud personalities and leather jackets, rolled into the diner. They were a rambunctious bunch, their laughter and antics filling the room as they took over a large booth. As they settled in, they noticed an old cowboy sitting alone at the counter. He wore a weathered hat that had seen better days, and his face was lined with the marks of a life well lived. His name was Hank, a local legend known not just for his cowboy skills, but for his incredible speed as a sharpshooter. The bikers, seeing an easy target, began to mock him, hurling insults and laughing at his age. "What's an old man like you doing in a place like this? Shouldn't you be telling stories to your grandkids?" One biker sneered. Instead of reacting with anger, Hank simply took a sip of his coffee and smiled. He had seen his fair share of mockery throughout the years, but he knew what he was capable of. The younger generation was often quick to judge based on appearances, and he had learned that true strength comes from within. As the bikers continued their taunts, Hank remained composed, a twinkle of mischief in his eye. The diner's patrons began to notice the growing tension. A young boy sitting nearby watched intently, fascinated by the unfolding drama. He had heard stories about Hank's legendary speed, but had never seen it for himself. The energy in the room shifted as more customers began to side with Hank, whispering among themselves about his past exploits as a cowboy and marksman. Sensing the crowd's growing support, Hank decided it was time to show the bikers what he was made of. "You boys think you're tough? How about a little challenge?" he called out, his voice steady and confident. The bikers exchanged glances, surprised that the old man was willing to engage. "What do you have in mind, Grandpa?" One of them scoffed, dismissing him. Hank proposed a friendly competition, a quick draw contest. The bikers, eager to prove their bravado, accepted the challenge, thinking it would be an easy win. They didn't realize that Hank had spent decades honing his craft. As he prepared, the diner fell silent, all eyes on the old cowboy and the brash bikers. When the time came, Hank's movements were swift and precise. In a flash, he drew his revolver, hitting the target with pinpoint accuracy. The bikers, taken aback by his skill, were left speechless. The young boy cheered, his admiration for Hank growing tenfold. The old cowboy smiled, a mix of pride and humility washing over him as he realized he had not only proven his worth, but also taught a valuable lesson about respect and not underestimating others. The bikers, humbled by their experience, admitted defeat and offered their apologies. They had come in thinking they were invincible, but Hank's remarkable display of skill had opened their eyes. The atmosphere in the diner shifted from mockery to respect, as patrons applauded Hank for not only his speed, but also his grace under pressure. As the bikers left, they extended a hand to Hank, acknowledging the legend they had just encountered. The old cowboy had turned the tables with a simple act of courage, reminding everyone present that age does not determine ability and that true strength lies in character. That day, in the diner, became a cherished memory for all who witnessed it. Hank's story spread throughout the town, inspiring the young and old alike to embrace their passions and not judge others based on appearances. He became a symbol of resilience and skill, proving that sometimes the quietest individuals hold the most remarkable talents. The diner, once just a pit stop, transformed into a place where stories of courage and respect echoed for generations to come.